Hello, and in this example, we will see another SPFx application customizer example. And in this case, we will see how we can inject CSS into this into our SharePoint site. A lot of time you might got a requirement where you want to change the background color of something, where you needs to just inject some CSS. When you are working with classic experience, you have the option where you can inject in the master page, or you can, if you want a page specific, then you can go to a particular SharePoint site, and then you can go to a particular web part page, and then you can add a script editor web part, or you can add a content editor web part, and then you can change the background color or something like that. So basically small kind of CSS that you want to inject into the page. Now same thing, for example, in this case, let's say we want to change this background color of these things. So how you can know this? First of all, you can open the developer tools, and if you open the developer tool, you can click on this icon, and then you go here. You will be actually able to know this particular placeholder. What is the placeholder? So if you'll see here now, there is a class name root hyphen 47, and this is the banner, entire banner CSS class, and we want to change the background color to some orange color or something like that. So if you'll see here now, look at this DG class where the background color is transparent. Now we want to change it. So there's a small kind of CSS code that we want to inject. Now if you want to let's say imagine on your organization level when you are doing, so you need to put it somewhere, the CSS file, and then make sure that it should have access, read access at least. And so for this, what I'll do is I will just copy this code and we'll create a custom CSS file. If you'll see here now, this is our CSS class, and I will open Notepad. So basically I'll just paste it. So if you'll see here now, we have root hyphen 47, this is the class, and then the background color orange that I gave here. And I will go and I'll say file save, and here in the desktop I will save on as a CSS file. So I'll go here all files, and here I will say training CSS, something like that, dot CSS. So basically the file extensions, and click on save. So now this is your CSS file. So we have this small code here. Now for this particular example, I will go to the site content. I'll upload this into the site asset library. So if you'll go here, I have a site asset library, you can see here, and I will go upload files, and then I'll upload that. So the file name is training, something like that. Let me just search on this. So training CSS. So this is the file that is what we are going to upload. Click on open. So now if you'll see here, now the file has been uploaded. I will just copy the URL here, and the file name is training.css. Sorry, training css.css. Now this is the file that we need to refer it. So for this, you need to create an application customizer, and the steps are like previously how we created. I have already created that to save our time, and you can see here now it is ready. Now here I will open code and dot, so that it will open in the Visual Studio Code. And once you have it opened, then go to, first of all, we will go to, you can see here, this is our TS file. So, and this method we are going to write on this on INIT method. So I'll remove everything from here. So no dialog box, nothing we are showing here. And so I will just check the URL of that file. So for that, we will change this property. Before that, let me just copy this code here, and this is the code that we are going to use. So if you'll see here, I have added one CSS URL property. So if you'll see here, there's two things that I need the changes. One thing in the interface, we added one property CSS URL, and we first retrieve the property, if there is a value in the CSS URL, and then we are creating, we are going to the document.get element by ID header, and then we are creating a link, you can see here, and then we refer the path href real type. So then we are injecting, or we are creating this. Basically, this code is to dynamically creating a hyperlink where the href is, or the navigation URL is the CSS URL. Okay, and what is our CSS URL? This is our CSS URL. So what we have to do is we have to put it in a file. So I'll go to SharePoint. I can go to the elements.xml. You can see here. This is not the property now. Before that, let me just put the path here, and the property here is CSS URL. If I type it correctly. So if you'll see here, yes, CSS URL, you can see here. And then within double quotes are there, just to put the file name. So make sure you have access. You can, else you have anywhere in the root folder also you can give that path directly. So, and now this is our code which will dynamically check, and if there is a CSS path, then it will create an HTML element. Make sure to save it. So once we save it, now I'll go here, I will run gulp serve, and on this it will open. Oops, we did a mistake here. So if you'll see here, now we have to, let me just stop it here. The mistake we did is we have to provide the URL. So I will just go here, and I'll open the config, then server.json file, because here in case of application customizer or any extension, we have to provide the page URL. So I'll go here, I will copy this page URL, I will put it here. Now you can see here it was going to contour show, and we don't have access to that. Now I can run my code. So I'll go here, I'll run gulp serve. So now what will happen is it will open our SharePoint site. So in this, just click on load debug script. Now, okay, so there's one more thing that we have to change is we have to provide the property path here in the server.json. So if you'll see here, CSS URL is our property path, and then you can see here, this is the CSS file. Now on this elements.xml, actually there we require when the file is here and you want the file to be uploaded there, so that time you can do that. But here we need to provide the path of this file over here in this this JSON file. Now we have this. Now I will go, and now gulp serve, I'll run this. So now it should ideally it should save it here. So I'll go to load debug. You can see here now the background color has been changed. And the same thing you can do the deployment step. It is same if you want to deploy into the application customizer into the SharePoint online set. So basically you'll create the package, and then you'll upload into the particular into the app catalog site, and then any site you require, you come there and then you add this app, and once you add this web part, then the changes will reflect. So this is how we can inject CSS files, and in some more videos we will see some more on the extensions as well.